All right, guys, today I want to talk about an exercise that I feel greatly benefits combat athletes. That's called the split squat. Okay, now we're all familiar with the standard squat. Great exercise. I recommend everyone do a squat or a squat variation. Where split squats differ is it's in this split stance, hence the name. Okay, with the split squat, similar to a stance you'd have in striking or a stance you'd have in a wrestling or takedown stance. Okay, my toes in those stances are a little bit different. When I do the split squat, I like to have my toes both pointing forward. Okay, now this is not a lunge. Okay, a lunge is when you step from a square stance forward and back. This one, separating my feet and I'm going straight up and straight down. Now when I do this, I like, especially depending on what I'm training, if I'm working a lot of grappling, having it here. Like I'm working my shot. Okay, I'm working a lot of striking here. Okay, obviously this exercise can be done in both sides, which I recommend. Even if you're one side dominant, you don't want an imbalance. So I always recommend doing it on both sides. Now, from a fitness point of view, you can use it with a barbell across your back, dumbbells in your hands, kettlebells, a weighted vest, what have you. You can do it body weight. Okay, there's endless things you can do to make this fun. I have my students do them all the time. I have people work pads, I'll throw a combination. 1, 2, go. I have people do these, do a shot. Okay, there's endless ways you can work them rather than just doing the basic movement. Okay, you can do them for time. Do a minute left, minute right. You want to add an explosive element, you can be here and jump up and down. That'll take your conditioning, your cardio to the next level. But these are beneficial for combat athletes for the obvious reasons, based on the split stance. Most sports, even basketball, you're never just in a square stance. Except for judo, right? Judo guys tend to be square because they don't want to get foot swept. But most sports, you're in a staggered stance somewhat. So this exercise is a great one. There's so many ways that you can modify it and make it easier, make it harder. Make it for your sport. Do it with gloves on if you want. Throw a combination on the bag, bust out a couple. Switch stances, do the same thing. Use it with your wrestling shots. Do it as a conditioning after class. A warm-up before class. Go heavy with it. Go light with it. How you use it is up to you, but this is an exercise that I think any combat athlete should have in their conditioning, strength training arsenal. Okay? It's a great one to have there. And even for just people who want to get in general fitness, use the split squat. Okay, the key is don't lean forward, straight down, straight up. Okay, your heels will come off the ground. Okay, head up, back straight. Okay, I'm very tall, so my body is a little bit different. You got to find, some people like it a little narrower. Some people, when I do this, I actually do it wider than I would normally be in any kind of fighting stance. I don't wrestle or box in a stance like this, but when I do these, I get them in a stance because I feel I get more out of the exercise that way. So you have to modify it that way because it doesn't exactly mirror those stances, but it is similar. So the benefits are there. So split squat, play with it, guys. It's going to get you in better shape and make you a lot stronger.